All right. Hello, everybody. What's up? I have polished the stream up a little bit. We're also live on multiple places, but I don't think I'm allowed to say where. That's neat. Yeah, so we're trying that out. I'm running a multi-stream for the first time here today. I'm just kind of seeing how it works, seeing if the computer can handle it. It looks like we're okay so far. Neat. So maybe we'll do this more when we do go live. So yeah, new look for right now. I was just playing around with some stuff. You know how I do. So I figured I would test some of this stuff out. There's a lot of new channel point redeems for Twitch here as well. That one I can mention. So yeah, I figured I'd just knock out some Mythic prog here in 11, just chill, and yeah, so let's go ahead and we'll get into it. I don't have my stream deck set up yet, so a lot of this we're doing it live. Beautiful, look at that. So smooth. Let's do that again. Let's do it again. Whee! Love that. Okay. So I want to do some assaults. The Vanabout just ended, and I have not done that kind of stuff before. I did do some stuff. So let me see where I cache this in. Let's see. Where go? I'm going to Mara for that. Okay, we can do that. I know where that is. Alright, teleport to Kulshushu. Wonderful. Bum, bum, ba, ba, da, da, da. What's up, Tal? Yeah, this is retail. I'm a crazy person. Yeah, I've never done the private server stuff. And so this is just my OG from, gosh. When did I start playing this? 21 years ago? Oh no, am I old? Alright, let's see. Coordinator Moogle is the guy. There he is. All right, so from you, Sir Moogle, let's check out, what do we get here? Overall rewards, okay. So I just get a bunch of XP. Cool. That's kind of whatever. Personal rewards, this is the good shit. All right, give me my 100 deeds. Absolutely. Okay. 240. Then we get a bronze. Oh, I didn't think about this one. What do I want from bronze tier? Let's see. Gosh. Let's see. Ethereal weapons, those are just like the red weapons. I don't know. I don't think those are anything special, are they? I think they're just like red. Let's see. Yeah, it's just a level 1. It's a glamour piece, basically. Okay, so I don't need that. Let's see. What is this? Dial key foe. What does that give me? Any sack-based currency. Are we still doing phrasing? Yeah, don't know that I need that. Coupon Abyssia. I mean, I'm not really working on anything else right now that I would want those for. Mogpel Green. I feel like I have a bunch of green Mogpels already. What can I get from that? It's like a lot of glamour type stuff. Brogoko, Chocobo suit, Alliance pants, Kate Sith cap. Don't know if I really need that. Mogpel marble. I don't know if I've heard of marble before. Is that unique to this? Oh yeah, no, this is the one. A bunch of statues for the house. Yeah, that's where we're going then. Super. Oh, it's only like 5 of them. I don't know more than that. Yeah, we'll go marble Mogpel. Cool. And now though we can do something a long time in the making, because we did get 240 deeds. Well, total. So that will give me my pulse weapon, and I can finish this ambuscade weapon that I started like 3 years ago or whatever. No, I want to target a home point. Let's go back and cash this in. Oh, do I have... That's another question. Do I have the Abdal's matter? I should. Maybe. We'll have to skim the inventory here after it loads in. I know I had a couple of loose bits of stuff from that. I would have maybe. I don't have to just spam ambuscade now. Come on, load in, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you, servers. Muckets. I would like to find. I think it'd be down towards here. Okay, so there's the fiber. There's the gem. Did I never buy any matter? Oh, come on, me. This is so awkward. Shoot. Maybe I don't have any. I am on Asura, actually. I moved over... So I started on Bahamut, and then in Ottergon, I moved over to Carbuncle for a little bit, because a friend promised me ore to make my Ares body. And I was like, done, easy. And then... for Wings of the Goddess, I moved over to Asura. That's where I still am. It's not in here. Hopefully it's... I mean, I can get this fiber and metal. I need matter, though. I don't have matter. Shoot. This is probably not in here at all. Yeah. Crap. All right, let's... So I need matter. That's probably not going to be something I can just easily pick up right now. I need 2,000 hallmarks. Or 5,500. And that's probably per, right? Shoot. Oh, right on. Very cool. Hope you've been well. All right, that's I'm not getting this. Where's the home point? I've only dabbled ever so slightly in ambuscade this round. So I probably don't have enough for it right now. A lot of coming back has been relearning things. It's 2,000. If I'm lucky, I can buy like one. Let's see here. Rewards. Hallmark. So, all right, well, damn, that's not happening. All right. More things to work towards. Could have sworn that I had gotten even just a little bit of matter. Yeah, it's interesting because it's, yes, they did have to close things down, but also oh, they were actually this is a lower price than what Wiki says. Cool. I wonder if there's a campaign. But yeah, there is a lot of like RMT on here as well. This is kind of like the server that got populated. Oh, I have 2 chats up. Hold on. Which one is, there we go. Okay. It's ruining my 11 UI. I didn't realize that. But this is like the one that like Reddit is like, go to this server. So that kind of popularized it quite a bit. And so that's where a lot of the RMT are right now. Like if I open up my this is the shout or yell channel or whatever. Like it's just nonstop. Let's see what we got though. 3,350 people are on right now. So that's a pretty good amount. Now, how many of those are you know, real people? How many of them are multi-boxing? You know, probably a lot. Let me see. I could have sworn that I picked up matter. How much is... So there's this. There's total hallmarks. So I feel like, did I maybe get that high last month and then I didn't pick them up? Is that maybe what happened? I'm like, nah, I don't need them right now, like an idiot. Yeah. I mean, I'm still sub to 14. I'm taking a break from our 14 podcast right now. I'm not excited to talk about 14 right now. It's just there's a lot of stuff that they're just slipping up, and it's, you know, week after week. It's like, cool, this is how they messed up this week, and I'm not doing that right now. So once they can, you know, get a better handle on things and make me have fun in the game and stuff again, I'll be back to doing that. But I mean, I'm subbed because I have a house, and I don't hate the game, right? But there's not a lot for me to do in it right now. I don't agree with a lot of the decisions that they've been making. So I'll poke in on the patch. I might even stream the patch on Tuesday. But like even the 11 thing, like the 11 raid, I have not enjoyed it as much as I thought I would. I felt that like that would, when it was announced, I was like, oh my God, this is tailor made for me. And then like playing it after it comes out, I'm like, actually, I don't like this. There's like some good things in it, but just some of the liberties that they've taken with some of the designs of things just like really bother me. Like it's not even close to what it looked like in 11. Okay, so these are, I don't have any of this. How much would I get? I have a couple seals. Yeah. The coming back to 11, like the horizontal progression is so good. Like I'm slowly like starting to work out on Mythic. I'm like, this is a thing that came out like 15 years ago and can still be relevant today. Like, what? It doesn't reset every like 4 to 8 months, like 14. People are always like, yeah, man, 14 like respects your time so much. And I'm like, does it? Because every 8 months, your gear becomes irrelevant and you have to regrind stuff. I don't know if that's respecting your time, but let's see. Do I want to just do ambuscade and work on that weapon? Kind of. Everything. I'm like, oh, let's do mythic, but like, kind of want that dagger. Yeah. Yeah, and you know, the thing for me too that really, it was like the beginning, right, of the issues. Like, it was Shadowbringers, which is weird because I think Shadowbringers, in a lot of aspects, in a lot of ways, is their best expansion. But that's also where some of the biggest problems started. So, yeah, there were no field ops in Shadowbringers, which was like kind of like my jam. Like, I really liked going into like Eureka and Boja, or I'm sorry, Shadowbringers had Boja. Endwalker is also like that. Endwalker on like the story in Endwalker just 100% did not do it for me. The way that it kind of just threw out a lot of like 1.0 vibes, or like even 2.0 vibes. It's like Zodiac, yeah, and then it's like, okay, well, he's like the first trial in the expansion, so that's a non-issue anymore. And it's like, great, all right, well, it's a lot of little things that have kind of built up for me over time with that game. Let's knock out some assaults. I said that's what I would do. One point, I want to go to Ottergon. Is it 1? Is it 2? No, it's 2. Not that it matters. I can walk that. It's fine. Oh, what do I want to do for assaults? We got, I think Brechia is done. Let's do... Let's go to Santa. Oh, you know what? I don't. Do I need a Signet? Not really. Give me my ID tag. Oh, that's cashed in from the last. Give me the ID tag. All right, so we did this guy. That was Brechia. Who's this? What are you for? Yeah, there we go. Mission list. This one. We gotta do all of them. So we'll just methodically tackle one desk here at a time. We already got, I think it's right, Brechia. Yeah, that guy's done. This is like one of my favorite tracks from this game. I remember before Ottergon came out, I was in community college, and the like the promotional site for Ottergon had this music playing. I would just like open it up on my laptop between breaks when I was sitting in the lounge. Such a good track. All right, so this is just, what is this? Destroy all. Okay, so I'm just going in and killing things. Easy. Piece of cake. Need to talk to you. No, that's not the one. Where is, there it is. It's so crazy how many steps are involved to do like a assault mission. Okay, and then we want to do that. No level restriction, go up. And it's got to reserve the instance. Are you ready? You talked to like 3 different people. You've flagged the thing. You've marked your level. Are you sure? You're good? You really want to do this? Okay. Actually, let me click into the page for the mission here. It's like 15 of these. Okay. Should be a piece of cake. Yeah, no, hard. I agree. You know, there's a lot of stuff with 1.0 that I would have loved to have seen more of. It's you know, the thing that bugs me too, the the fan fest for, gosh, was it this past set of fan fests? It might have been at the Japanese fan fest. There was a developer panel where they talked about the original 1.0 boss, like what the end game boss was going to be, like the big bad for 1.0. And they had like this whole panel on it. They showed concept art and none of it was translated. And I'm just like, guys, like, come on. There's so many times we'd be interviewing like Koji Fox and he'd just be like, yeah, man, the 1.0 boss was so cool. And then they finally talked about it and none of it was in English. It looked kind of like an elemental almost, if I remember right. And it was named Gaia. And that's about as far as I got with the information, unfortunately. But it's out there. I don't know if those panels are still on. I'm sure somebody put them online. Kind of a crystal bean. Yeah, it definitely gave me like elemental vibe, like elementals versus like 14's kind of elementals, the ones that are kind of shaped like the that like cave art, I guess, where they're just kind of like little chibi bodies. I think this one was a little more stacked, but I bet if you just like Googled 1.0 boss or something, you might be able to find it. Yeah, I really wish they would do a better job localizing info like that. It's like, even like with 11, at least at this point, like they're doing all these events in Japan and it's like, well, we're never getting anything in English. Like that's just, I've come to accept that. I still think they need to like do better for their global operations for that stuff, but like with 14, the fact that they're not doing it is like even worse. It's like this is like your MMO brand right now, and you can't like disseminate information as good as you should be doing. Like it hurts my soul. Can I not drop there? Can I drop? Maybe I drop over here. Gosh, remember video games where they just had holes in the ground so you could get back to other levels? There's something over here, right? No. Let me speed this up here. Yeah, there's some of the design stuff from 11. It's like, oh man, I remember that. This is the kind of stuff they should have put in the 14 raid. Okay, now this is the one where, oh no, it's a visible hole. Sometimes the holes were invisible, and you would just be walking, and then you just fall through the ground, and just swear to yourself, and then have to go do the loop again. Those were the days. All right, so we got that. That's where I started. So I'm going back this way. There's a couple of paths. That's one way. So we will go over here in the south. Yeah, the Altapa. Yeah. God, and don't even get me started on the doors, right? You had the weighted doors or like the mage gate. Like, oh my God. They do not make them like they used to. Well, yeah, see, no problem for you. You have a Taru player walking around just like, well, I guess I'll just never get to where I need to go. There was a bit where they were showing off the next tier of the 11 raid during the live letter for 14. You're fighting Kieran in a BCNM. But there was a part where this little glyph kind of appears and it had these colors in it. I'm like, I'm like, what is that? The mage gate? And then I realized, oh wait, no, that's like the other, you know, the four gods, Siryu, Byakko. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm an idiot. As soon as I see like white, black, and red in a circle, my brain immediately jumps to that mage gate. Oh, and drops, yeah. Not going back up there. Got to go all the way around. We have a jump, but it doesn't do anything. I love that they introduced jump as an emote, and they let you map it to the controller. Serves absolutely no purpose. It's like the most 11 thing they could have done with it. Oh, there's a bunch over here. Well, you know, you say that. I don't know if you've read it. Was it earlier this month? I actually had a interview with Yoji Fujito. Because there was that news that broke last month where they basically said that they did have internal discussions about, like, if player count drops after Voracious Resurgence, do we stop the game? Like, do we shut it all down? And as soon as I read that, I'm like, I want to talk to this man. Because I had asked before, gosh, years ago now, if they had any kind of like preservation plans, like in the sad event, right? But, you know, ultimately, like, timely event, right? It's going to happen at some point that this game gets shut down. What then happens? Did I get all the ones over here? Like, if they have to pull the plug, what happens? Like, are they going to release a bunch of like materials to keep the story accessible or alive in some way? Are they going to just be like, here's the package of files, go ahead and run your own server if you want? Or, like, you know, what's the plan? And I'd asked this, I think, 5 years ago, and they were basically like, we're not talking about it. Because back then too, I think the mobile version, I think, was still in development. It hadn't been canceled yet. But where did it go? But this time he's like, yeah, so actually right now, they are working to modernize all the assets in the game, right? With a game as big as 11, there's a lot of assets for it, right? There's a lot of files and stuff. And because of how old it is, they're, you know, created in like an older style. So right now, and he said with quote, high priority, they are going through and modernizing a lot of the assets, quote, in the something like, in the likelihood that there is a project to recreate Final Fantasy XIV in the future. Those aren't things you just say like willy-nilly and just be like, oh, well, you know, if we decide that we want to do it. It's like they're working on something. Now, what that could be is they're modernizing the assets and they're just going to make a massive dump of 11 armor or something into like 14. That could be, you know, an easy like thing to do with this work they're doing. But the fact that they're like, yeah, we're doing this, and that he like specifically mentions a project to recreate Final Fantasy XI, I was like, you have my attention, sir. Please tell me everything. Unfortunately, that's all we got. But yeah, I'm so curious what they're doing behind the scenes right now. But it definitely is very exciting to think about. I mean, obviously, I'm also torn because, you know, obviously 11 retail, right, it's still a thing. It still exists. It's dated, but it has its charms. And then you have kind of, you know, the 11 raid and 14, which is like, what if we updated the graphics? But then like a lot of the way that they've done the stuff in that raid, I'm like, I hate this. I hate how it looks. Like, what are you doing with like the Surmet textures? Like, it looks awful. Did I go to the completely wrong place? I sure did. Son of a bee. Yeah, there's that's the other thing too. I think there's a lot of textures or a lot of like models, right? They've already taken and put into 14. Like, there's a couple of armor sets, right? Koenig is in there, Ares is in there. So I'll be curious, you know, to see. Is that? Let me open up this map. Is that a one-way? It is. That is annoying. Okay, go down again. Down and then over here. So yeah, I'm curious, like, obviously they must be developing methods internally, right, to smooth the workflow on that kind of stuff. And you know, what does that involve? Is it just they're updating the models so that there's more like bones in it? Like a bone in a model would be like another like bendy point, essentially, right? Are they're able to add more polygons and stuff to it, and they're just kind of smoothing it out and putting it into a file that can be read more easily in modern day engines and editing stuff? I don't know. I don't know all the finer details of it, but the fact that they are doing stuff and that they mentioned a project to recreate 14 and that they are working on this with, quote, high priority, that's super exciting. But it's also one of those things, it's like they didn't announce anything with that when they told me that, right? But they did mention that it's a thing. So it's like I want to make a huge deal out of this, but also it could be not as big of a deal as I'm wanting it to be, you know? So yeah, they could also use 14 stuff to help it go smoother. Totally. Definitely the 14 team needs as much help as they can get right now. They are struggling. All right, so that is one done. And I closed the wrong tab. Back. Dun 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 dun. Next, we got to go mine or a Calcamore. Okay. Oh, this might. I wonder if this is a friend of mine was doing these as well. I wonder if this is the one that took him like the full 30 to do. Oof. Door? Door, you okay, buddy? What? Okay. That was weird. I have never seen that happen before. Oh, Moobot! No, you're not supposed to say that. Oh no, I'm gonna get banned now. I'll have to change that. Yeah, it's, you know, I think there was something about the 75 era, and we mentioned it a little earlier. I think a lot of that does have to do with that idea of horizontal progression. Because obviously, you know, they upped the cap after a few years of that, and that changed a lot of stuff, but yeah, I think if 14 could find a way to do horizontal progression, I think that would help me enjoy it more. Tori has a twin and did not want to do what I was told, right? Yeah, that's so. I've never seen both like states of the door loaded. It's very odd. I must have I wonder if I zoned in right as like somebody opened it or something. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Pretty wild. Yeah, I would love something like a. I mean, obviously, like I don't have like a relic or a mythic weapon done in 11, right? But the relics in 14 are just like the last expansion. It's like continue to grind tomes, and that's your relic. I'm like, okay, cool, I guess. Like, I would love something more like, I don't know. Like, it's weird. Like, right, because I want to grind a little bit more, but also, like, the stuff they have in there isn't fun to grind. So, yeah, no, nostalgia is a hell of a drug. Absolutely. I think if a lot of people didn't have nostalgia for this game, that would change a lot of views, both on like current 11 and 14. Like, but everybody, you know, like for a lot of people, this is like the game they grew up with. You know, love it and hate it. You know, bad pieces and all. So, yeah, horizontal progression would be so good. Even if it's just like, because like what is horizontal progression in 14 right now? It's like you grind tomes, you get a piece of gear, and then in the Alliance raid you get a token, and then you can upgrade it, and that's it. That's the whole thing. All right, so now we're going around and we're looking for ore. All right. Let me pull up this map. Oh yeah, no, I still remember us. I even like recorded like a freaking video in like I think 480p. I remember. I just click on this now. Yeah. We had a dragoon in our link shell. Got a Gungnir, and that was like after years of Dynamis runs. Like that was such a big deal. Is this just always gonna be nothing? I need to go around to the other ones. Should I have read the description here a little more? Maybe. Okay, you're giving me nothing. I'm gonna move on. Oh, and then relics in 14. Yeah, no, the Atmas were rough. And even this time around, they did that again with Atmas. And a lot of people were like, the RNG sucks, I can't get anything. And I'm like, oh, you poor babies. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I get it. Like, some people don't have the time, right? They don't have as much time as other people do. But like, you gotta, there's something between like content and balance. And I don't know. It doesn't feel as good to do that kind of stuff in 14, because that stuff is more of like, feels like more of a rarity. Wait, what happens if I talk to... Oh. I got a friend. Yeah, 14 is so strange too. So like they've got with this this patch cycle, they added the 24-man chaotic fight, right? So it's like 24 people against the Cloud of Darkness. Which is really funny because what was it, second Fan Fest? The like battle challenge thing was like the version of Proto Ultima that you fight in Dunskythe if somebody has the quest active, but it was just like an arena with that. And so I was like, oh, this is like a 24-man trial. And I asked Yoshida about it, I think at like PAX. And he's like, no, like we wouldn't do that. Like it'd be popular for a little bit and then it would get phased out and stuff. And then they're like, introducing a 24-man trial. I'm like, dude, you told me years ago this was a bad idea. Like, this is very interesting. I would love to be a fly on the wall over there. Oh no, does it still say birthday stream? I thought I updated that. Oh, weird. It updated it in one window, but not the other. Shoot. Well, thank you for stopping by. It is not my birthday, but I will take the well wishes and retroactively insert them into my brain. Oh yeah, I mean gear swapping too. Like if we didn't have gear swapping, you wouldn't need the horizontal progression. It wouldn't. I don't think you could do it without gear swap. Let's see. I want to go this way. This way. I feel like I'm doing so bad at this. I just want some ore. Yeah, there's I mean, there's so many weird things that they've tried in this game too. Can't mine here right now. Oh, hey, Red. Yeah, sure. It was chaotic was popular for like a week, and then a single group took it over to monopolize it, and then it died in Party Finder. Yeah, like it's one of those things. And the other thing that kind of drives me low key crazy, right? When they introduced chaotic, this is also after like literal years of them pushing solo content without doing enough, I think, to incentivize joining a free company. And so all of a sudden you have like this 24-man content, and it's like, who is this for? Like, this is a lot of interesting choices. I could tell Square heard me when I commented on it too, because like weeks after that they had one of their like was it like free company recruitment campaigns. I'm like, you should have done this before chaotic. Like, why is this happening? I'm glad you're doing it, but it's late. That honestly, that describes Square so well right now with 14. It's like, this is nice, but it's late. They've been late since like the Dawn Trail media tour. Like, they were struggling. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Like, so like with a media tour build, right? When I go out to like San Francisco or LA, right, and I get to see the expansion before it comes out, it's like, okay, I'm gonna look at, you know, a couple new zones. I'll look at some windows that might have like new features that they're introducing with the expansion. So for like Dawn Trail, I didn't go to the Dawn Trail media tour, right? We had someone else go out, but it's like, okay, so we're going to look at like the 2 die channel window. Bunch of the dies weren't in English, and they have this rule that if it's in Japanese in the English build, you can't show it. So many people that went to media tour had to spend so much time going through all their footage and basically like blocking out all the Japanese text. Like Kryle's Pictomancer abilities when she was a trust, a bunch of those were in Japanese. It's just like they were behind with the expansion before the expansion even came out. And so there was it today? There's a Famitsu interview that came out, and he's like, yeah, like we haven't been on time with some stuff. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm aware. We have noticed. I'll be really curious to see, you know, the idea of them trying to appeal to everyone. So now, right, after years of hardcore content, midcore content, casual content, Yoshida's like, we need to make this content accessible to everybody, because right now they're at a point where they're struggling to get things done with the time frames they have, that it's like they need to maximize the amount of people that will be able to do that content. So I think there's a lot riding on this new deep dungeon with its spread of difficulty. Do you think 16 development played a part in that? There was a shareholder meeting a while ago where somebody asked that. They're like, hey, like Yoshida's working on like a bunch of stuff. Like, is that like taken away from anything? And the president's response was like, he will benefit from working on all these projects, and all these things will benefit 14. And it's like, okay, that doesn't answer the question. Oh, my pickaxe broke, son of a poop. I gotta go all the way back now. We need to make this content accessible, makes Fork Tower. Yeah, you know, that's one of the other things that really bothers me. And it's, you know, whenever Yoshida talks about players recently, he talks about casual and hardcore players. There's no middle ground. I don't know if that's like a language thing or if they've got to consider the mid-core players, right? They've gotta, but you know, the way that with field ops and stuff with Dawn Trail, like field ops was like my jam. So like when Dawn Trail was being announced, they're like, so you're gonna get field ops after we didn't have it in Endwalker, and you're getting an 11 based raid. I'm like, hell yeah, sign me up. And are you not gonna give me, there's my pickaxe. And so like 11 had some cool stuff. Largely though, it's just been like, this doesn't remind me of 11. Like, you guys got it wrong. But then with like field ops, I was like, cool, like Boja was great. Do Boja again, like do Boja 2, right? And what we got was basically like Eureka 2, because they had a, you know, they were faced with cost decisions, right? Which is not just money, but like resources, time, right? The kind of vague, broad cost, right? And so when they had that, they're like, okay, well, this is how we'll do it. And the fact that that's where their minds went, in part to like give the hardcore people something to do. I'm like, they have been eating so well this patch cycle already. Like we haven't had mid-core field ops in over 2 years, and like you feel like you have to give the hardcores something from it. You're basically taking it away from us and giving it to them. And so that felt like it kind of pulled the rug out from under me with that content. And obviously they're doing some stuff to it, but like I'm not going to go into Fork Tower. It's not accessible to me. It's not something I'm interested in. And as a result, I don't feel like I'm going to grind into Cold Crescent now. So that sucks. How does this map work? I think I need to go back south. Yeah, and even, you know, there was an interview before the last live letter. Was it before? Or was it the last live letter where he's talking about Deep Dungeon, and he makes a comment like, you know, if we release this, then hardcore players might not find it interesting or challenging. And my initial thought, I was like, this content is not for them. Who cares if they find it challenging or not? This is for casual and mid-core players. Like, we don't have to cater to that crowd for this. And they're kind of doing away with that. And now, like, the new Deep Dungeon is going to try and cater to everyone? Okay. We'll see how that works. I don't know. It'll be really interesting. Yeah. Yeah, and then there's the people, when they announced that there was no ultimate, that are like, oh my god, there's no ultimate. I'm like, shut up. Like, sincerely, genuinely, shut the heck up. So, you know, it's one of those things. You're not going to make everybody happy with all the things you do in your MMO. I just wish I was one of those people that was at least just a little bit happy. So that has not really happened with this expansion, unfortunately. So it did, yeah, it got to the point where I'm just like, I don't want to talk about this on a podcast every couple weeks anymore. Like, it just makes me angry. Like, I'm not fun to listen to. Like, I'm not gonna apologize for basically, you know, calling things like I see it, and then have Yoshida come out a year later and be like, yeah, he's right though, these are the problems we've been having. And it's like, dude, why? You're way late to this party. Like, where have you been? And it's like, well, he was working on 16, he's working on Tactics, he's working on Fantasian. It's like, I don't know. No, I don't. I want to mine. Get out, get away from me. I need ore. So yeah, it's rough, man. Like, this expansion had like two things I was like super looking forward to, and I kind of dropped the ball on both of them. So it's rough waiting for 8.0 at this point. It's just like, oh my gosh, I can't mine here now. How about now? There we go. Timer on that is a little longer than I want it to be. So yeah, I mean, and I'll still play 14. Like I'm curious to see how the story goes. I'll probably roll my eyes so hard they'll fall out of my head if Necron is the the trial for 7.3, right? Like it's gotten to the point where, you know, they're like theme park MMO. But it's like, we've been on all these rides, and now they're making rides based on the theme park itself, and it's just like, I don't, man, I'm all right. Yeah, you know, Dawn Trail's story I thought was fine. But I think there are issues with it. The part where they make the train is just like, it pulls too hard. Like, you know, talking about theme park, right? I think that the train thing pulled too hard on like the elevator golem stuff from Shadowbringers. Like it felt like there was a bunch of junior staff that played Shadowbringers and got hired at SE, and they're like, we want to make that. And it's just, I don't, you know, it's like the same vibes. Like, instead of like, we're doing here's this, a reference to this from like FF whatever, it's like, here's this, it is a reference to Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers, and it's like, right. But also, you know, the other thing that kind of irks me a little bit, with Dawn Trail, obviously there's a lot of FF9 tie-ins. Some of it's interesting, but there is absolutely a part of me that, like, you know, there's been a lot of talk about them redoing 9, or like, you know, 9 remastered or 9 remake or whatever. Dawn Trail almost feels like a giant billboard for that, and that bothers me. Obviously, yeah, you know, use your long-running live service game to sell other games, like, business-wise it makes sense, but like, having upcoming releases dictate content, I like 14 when it's original, not as much when it's trying to copy stuff. That's why, like, the Endwalker patch cycle is like my least favorite part of the game. Like, it's just basically FF4 in 14. So I don't know, and it's anybody's guess if that 9 thing is even happening anymore. Where is mining point? Yeah, I you know, and it's fine to a point, but I think, right, from my perspective, 10 years on now at this point, longer than that even, I'd rather see more original stuff. And it's just like, it's boring when they're like, here's this thing from this other game, because I don't know, like nostalgia, I guess, or they couldn't come up with anything better. I don't know. That's kind of harsh, but it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's getting to the point where that kind of blatant, like, fan service just, I don't know, it's exhausting. After coming from a point where, like, right, 11 like would have names of mobs and stuff, right? And like, you know, there's an Atomos and there's Carbuncle and there's Fenrir and stuff, but it was never like, here's this gigantic plot element from FF whatever. That was never 11. Like, 11 was more or less like wholly original, right? And it still has like the series like DNA, as it were, right? Whereas with 14 they went, you know, 1.0 was its own thing, and then they went theme park, and it's, they literally added a theme park like at the end of Dawn Trail, and it's just like, oh, okay, it's a little on the nose, guys. I need another mining up. This assault is rough. Down this way. Yeah. Yeah, no, totally. Like, we all know we're getting Necron next week. Yeah. No, it's either like a Necron or like a trance calyx or something, and it'll just be like, cool. And it's so weird too, because we, you know, with Endwalker, I don't like what they did, but they did do a decent job at subverting expectations with that. With this one, I feel like they're just fully leaning into it, and it's like we all know she's gonna put on that damn tiara crown, right? Something's gonna happen. We know we're gonna fight Necron, and it's there's like no way to win. I feel like with that scenario. All right, did I get all of the different? I have 10 minutes left still in this thing. Oh, wait, hold on. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, and 16 was interesting too. It was fine. I think 16's biggest issue is a lot of the areas felt empty. You know, and once you kind of did your first like circuit through a lot of the areas, that's just like it didn't feel like a lot was there, which is weird. Like with Yoshida on the project, because when he came into 2.0, like one of his first things, or like kind of like rules, is like we need interesting things in each zone, and maybe they had that in 16, but it didn't feel as prevalent as it did with like ARR areas. So, but it was fine. I think the best thing to come out of 16 is just Ben Starr. Like that man is like the best PR that the company could have asked for, I think. I'm so upset that I had an interview scheduled with them at PAX, and then like the day before, I saw Ben like a couple of times, and I hadn't gone up to him because like, well, I'll see him at the interview, and then I overexerted myself the first day of PAX, and I ended up not going the second day, which sucked, because then I didn't get to meet any of them. Like the whole freaking voice cast was, well, most of them were at PAX. So I was like, man, damn axe breaking again. Yeah, a lot of empty, a lot of space to be space. Like the combat like was fine. I didn't mind the combat, but I think like looking at something like 16 compared to like what other RPGs have I played? God, dare I enter the Expedition 33 discourse? Like, I enjoyed 33 more than I did 16. The combat in 16, I don't know, for a game like Final Fantasy, I'd rather not have it action based. It's just more of like a preference thing. It's, you know, it's like what I grew up with. But I get that they're doing new things with the series. They're trying to push boundaries and innovate and yada yada, you know, right? Keywords here. All right, so I need to go back up and around. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this one in time. Yeah, I love 33. I played it on Game Pass, beat it, and then felt bad that I didn't buy it. So then I bought it on PC. And for a few days, I went like real hard on it, and I was like maxing out Lumina's like super quick. Like I was, you know, once you've played a game, like you know how to just kind of plow through it. And so I was doing that for a few days. And I never finished my PCC run. But then they had the like the collector box get re-released or whatever, so I bought that. And then just was it like earlier this week, last week, they announced the soundtrack is gonna be on vinyl and CD. So I bought that like immediately. I'm like, you know, whatever ways I can, like try and give them money. Like I think still, what else have I played this year? I've played like Avowed. I've played a bunch of other stuff, but I think so far for me, I think 33 is my game of the year. Like there's nothing that quite gets as close right now, I think. Now we gotta wait for this to be ready to mine again. Come on. Let me mine. Let me do it. You know you want to. Oh my gosh. I just want some more. Yeah, I got Donkey Kong like last week. It's been fun. It's kind of crazy just how much you can like how many things you can just destroy in that game. But yeah, it's not, you know, the story in it isn't like super captivating or makes you think or anything. So it's just been like I'll put it on the TV every so often and just smash a bunch of stuff. And it's a good game to do that. Yeah, the waifu horse racing game is my wife actually started playing that this past week. Oh my god, this freaking pickaxe. This is the worst part of this assault is the pickaxe keeps breaking. That's the second time it's broken on that mining point. I get all the way over here and then it breaks and I have to go all the way back. And I have 5 minutes left. Oh my god. What's up, Chet Manley? How you doing? Welcome in. Where's the guy? Give me my thing. Now we gotta run. Is it this? Yeah, God, all the way around. This is gonna be, if I even get the damn ore, this is gonna be close. Because I still have to remember to trade the slip to the thing too when I finish. So there's maybe 2 mining points left that I have. Oh, and these respawn? Oh, God. Do I even bother hitting this one? Is it going to give me the ore? Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. I love hearing crazy stories like that. I'm glad we could do that for you. I think you just made my day. Oh my gosh. Let me mine here right now. You can do it. You're just a spot on the ground. You have no authority over me. If I want to jam my pickaxe into you, I should just be able to do it. Or no. Let's try again. Or oh, God. I was like, there was no message for a minute. I was like, delayed success? Question mark? No. You get nothing. Oh my gosh. Come on. Here, this damn thing. Mine it. Give me the ore. No. All right. I'm gonna move on and hit these other nodes that I don't think I hit as much. This one has failed me. I'm adding it to the list of things that have disappointed me in my life. I'll scroll down to just mining point. It knows what it did. Okay, so there's another one here somewhere, right? Maybe not. I love these steps because, like, there's a sweet spot to where you can, like, climb up them. Or... no. You know what? I'm not dealing with you. Not even bothering. Oh, no. Not rasp. This is... I'm gradually losing HP. And oh, no. That's gonna get me. Whatever shall I do? Alright, so where's... this is the point that my axe has kept breaking on. Come on. Don't break this time. Give me the ore. You can do it. I know you want to. Oh, no. This is when it drops, when I have 1 minute to get back. Oh, wait. No, no, the point's just going to disappear instead. Great. I think the next mine point is this way. Come on. Where is it? There should be one over here. Now, I'm not gonna get this one. Damn. That is a bummer. What if there's just like a mining point right here that dropped it? Wouldn't that be great? It'd be wonderful. That's not happening. Damn. All right. Well. Wow. Let me read a little closer here at this mission. Okay. So I think that one is just really crappy RNG. That is unfortunate. So we'll have to go back and do that one again. Like I know it's super boring, but we're also just kind of chatting anyway, right? So I think I'll just I'm going kind of down the list. So we'll try that one again. As much as that sucks. We'll see if we can't do that again here and get the drop this time. Yeah, it's just a bunch of points on the map. Once you get the ore, the keykerns are hostile, but you can invis for them. Yeah, okay. It's gotta get done. I am slowly working on Dancer Mythic weapon. So right now I am doing all of the assaults. Mission list survey. It's been really wild coming back and had a friend that's basically like, yo, I'll give you money if you want to like do a mythic. And I'm like, all right, great. It's one of those things like I've always wanted to do one, but I've never had the resources for it. So I've just been kind of slowly whittling away. So like I need to do a few more of the assault areas. I need to do Nizal Isle tokens or credits or whatever they're called. That's gonna be I think the worst part of this initial group of stuff. Like I almost have all of the Einar credit that I need, which is like literally from like my entire time of doing Einar like 15 years ago. It's just, I still have all the currency. So that's kind of cool. Like it's this weird nostalgic thing too, like thinking about it. It's like all these, you know, link shells that I used to be a part of, like they don't know it, but in a roundabout way, they helped me make that progress and helped me with my mythics. So like that's kind of a cool way to think about it too. But yeah, so right now we need to do all the assaults again. So you need to do them twice for a mythic. You need to do them once to get your captain rank, and then you need to do them a second time. And then each time when you finish it, you have this like piece of paper that you trade to the finished like the rune at the end, and it like tracks your progress. So I need that, and then I need 30,000 pieces of Alexandrite. That'll be where the money comes in. Just gotta buy a lot of Alexandrite. Okay, pickaxe. Go this way first. Yeah, only 30,000? Yeah, easy. It's you know, back in the day, right? I mean, it's still a tall order, right? It's not a lot. But these days, I mean, you can get Alexandrite from grinding like ambuscade. Like you can buy Alexandrite with your hallmarks and stuff. So that's stupid pickaxe. All right, we're off to a great start here. Second mine and it breaks already. But yeah, there's easier ways to get it. Like it used to just be from like salvage when Mythics first came out. So it's easier to get now. And there's people that just bizarre Alexandrite like right next to that NPC now. There's in Nashmau, if we go over there, there's always an NPC that's been, or not an NPC, but there's always been like a player character, like a mule, that just like is constantly opening up the pouches of Alexandrite, and it's just like they have a bajillion Alexandrite that you can buy off of them. Is that a worm? Yeah. Damn. So yeah, but eventually we'll get that done. That'll be fun. I always thought the Terpsichore was really cool, so we're doing it for Dancer. I always thought that was a really neat weapon, so one of these days we'll do it. Come on. Or no. Or that's not ore, that's a pebble. What if can I turn the pebble in and be like, here you go. Here's the richest orichalcum ore I've ever found. It's all yours, assault people. Give me my, let me finish this. I want to be done. Yeah, I'm basically at this point, like I still have some gear for Dragoon, but you know, after Wings of the Goddess dropped, I became a Dancer main after that, and you know, logging in with like free login campaigns and stuff. It just like whatever I wanted to do, like I was still catching up with like Seekers of Adeline stories and stuff. And Dancer just like, even though like trusts are a thing, right? Dancer just like, I can go in on whatever you know, anything I need to do, I could do it on Dancer. I can heal myself. I can heal trusts. It's a great job for doing that. And in current end game, like the enfeebling stuff is decent on it, I hear, and not unwanted. I don't know that I'll ever get to that point. But pickaxe. All the way back. Ranger. Yeah, I don't think I saved that. Let's check. We'll check before I lie. 15. Okay. So I was correct in my memory that I don't think I played a lot of Ranger. But yeah, so I've been mostly like working on getting gear for Dancer. Every so often, if I get like the +1 AF from like my deeds, I'll pick that up for Dragoon, since I probably already have like the +1 for Dancer. But yeah, Dancer is just kind of my thing now. Yeah, back in the day when you had to use consumable ammo, gosh. Yeah, Ranger and doing some big hits was really cool. I remember that back in the day. All right, pickaxe. Refresh that. And then I think we'll go back the same way. No. Okay, so over here and then drop down. Yeah, I don't know if any of my groups had a lot of Rangers. I remember, you know, I think the what is this? Did I walk past one? I always remember we had like a group of black mages to like time nuke stuff in Dynamis, like the statues and stuff. That I remember. Stupid thing. There we go. Well, Brady Guide always said Sub Thief was really cool. Bard Sub Thief is what the Brady Guide recommended back in the day. That freaking strategy guide. Oh my goodness. Yeah, or Monk and Chi Blast doing a Kieran and just Chi Blasting on the side of, or not meditate. Monk had a thing to like power up that kind of stuff. So you would just spam that and then they'd invite you to the alliance. You'd like get your one shot off on Kieran and then they'd drop boost. That's the one. Yeah. Gosh, remember like multi-hour Kierans? Do Kieran be like, all right, I'm gonna BRB, I'm gonna go grab dinner. Oh, cool, you guys got it down another 10% while I was eating dinner. Neat. Did a lot of samurai in endgame because I could just meditate and come in. Yeah, God, I remember there was like like a 3 or a 4 hour Kieran. Absolutely ludicrous. And then ZNMs came out. God, I still remember after writing that article about Pandemonium Morden and Absolute Virtue, and then they added in rage timers on ZNMs, and I remember doing ZNMs with a group, and it was like 5%, and then it like enraged and despawned, and I was like, I do feel slightly responsible for this. I do apologize. Gosh, I still remember like camping NMs. Like, oh my god. Remember camping? Remember like, did you ever like have like a team speak or something with like a sleeping channel so that you could have it on, and then if like something popped, somebody would go in there and like wake people up? Did anybody else do that? Like, fucking insane that was like a thing that people did. We had I remember at one point I made a Twitter for our link shell. It was like a private Twitter account. So that way if I did a tweet, people could get like notifications like texted to them that like, oh, this thing tweeted, so that like they would see if something popped that we were camping. Like, oh, video games, man. What a time. Yeah, TeamSpeak, there was, I'm trying to think I think I used Mumble for a little bit, like right when 14 came out. I had my own TeamSpeak server for a little bit, but then, somebody like hacked into it somehow. I was like, well, all right, not gonna do that again. That was an experience I don't need to, go through a second time. Where is the second? Can I view these on the, no. Just like down this way. Yeah, I remember. I think, what were we camping? I think we were camping Kimmy, actually, out in the mire, where we had like the sleep channel. I remember somebody came in, they're like, it's up, and then like we lost hate on it or something. Like it was it's like the perfect storm. Like it was just awful. Like people woke up to do it and then it didn't work out, and it's, oh my gosh. You just imagine like 2000s, mid 2000s, you're just like, you want to work, man, you look tired. Yeah, man, like Kimara popped at like 1 a.m. Didn't get a lot of sleep. Blue Garter kept trying to steal hate, you know, like. Not that they would ever do that. I was just thinking of LSs from back then, but. Ah, nostalgia. My god, Death Pulley campaign mobs. There you go. Gosh, I still remember when ZNMs were brand new, and it was there was like that system with it where you like take pictures of enemies to get like points to then use to spend on like pop items. And I remember somebody, was it in my link shell or somebody in another link shell did that on like Byaku? But it like wasn't their spawn. It was like we were up there. There were like two groups up there, and one group spawned it, and the other one was like took a picture. And there was like this whole discourse that popped up on BG about like how, you know, that's going to be disruptive when people are trying to do Sky. And it was like this whole thing. It's just like, oh my gosh. Like thinking about it now, it's just, it's so ridiculous. They took a picture of our guy. Is nothing sacred? Oh my god. Or come on. Yeah, you know, that's the way it was. I mean, well, and then there was gosh. What was there was the hacker. Remember the guy that was like hacking into people's accounts and shit? He like was like stealing money or like just giving people relics and stuff. Square Enix actually like took this dude to court. Like there was actually like a play online like notice one day. And it's like, yeah, like so there was legal action, and it's like, whoa. Okay, so we went down that way. Now we want to go If I was smart, I would just keep my speed shoes on the whole time. Alas, I am not intelligent. On. Oh, I just dropped down. Why? Video game, why? Oh gosh, I can't. That's where's the as soon as I drop down, the game's like, but what if? And then it just slowly extends its middle finger. Gosh, this assault, man. And of course, it's the way that it works is it's a temporary item. So you can't just like come in here with like a stack of pickaxes. It's like, nope. You need the one special pickaxe from this one guy. You get one at a time. People in 14 complaining about Atma drops. Do this assault. Let's see how quickly you lose your crap. Trying to get orichalcum ore in 11 from this assault. Complaining about Atma drop rates. You people got it so good with your 20% drop rates. Yeah, this might be. I think if I don't get it this time, I'll probably wait till a couple of people are on. And make them come do it with me. Yeah, drop here. Where am I? This way. It's like right. Isn't he? Did I drop down in the wrong spot? Oh, I sure did. I sure did. Oh my god. I'm gonna be intimately familiar with this map layout by the time we're done here. Yeah, it's rough. At least the nice thing is like I can do this solo, right? It's just it's RNG and it might take a little bit of time. And say if I get a time where I do have a few friends on, it's like I need to get those Nizal tokens. That's I think the thing that I really need the bodies for. It just goes so much quicker with a couple extra people. Oh, come on. These stairs, man. Oh my gosh, we will go around. Welcome in. Did we just get double rated? I don't think that's ever happened. I think that might be the first time that's ever happened. Holy cow. It's Moogle around and it's Rinny. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for those raids. Hope everybody's having a good day. We are trying and failing to procure Orichalcomore. The stream itself is going fantastic. The drop rates for Orichalcomore and the sturdiness of my pickaxe are leaving a little bit to be desired here. Let's try this again. Come on. Orichalcomore. No. Oh, I see. Hope the BG3 is going. How far are you? I never finished Baldur's Gate 3. I think towards the end of the second act, but I never like actually got to Baldur's Gate. What is this? Oh my gosh. My chat thing is acting up. That's not good. Now in Act 2. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I got to... That sounds familiar. I think I got there. Oh, wait, no. I'm still working on this. Yeah, I did I think there's some, like, side stuff with, like, Shadowheart. And then there was, like, a big tower. I think that's as far as I got. Pebble, come on. Pebble, you're not ore. Okay, that's done. Shadowheart stuff next week. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, I think I played... Me and the wife tried a little bit of co-op Baldur's Gate 3. It was kind of rough to set up. And then we just kind of stopped. I played one session with some friends. I was a naked gnome thief named Smitty, and I just stole from everybody. And I think our gameplay session ended with us jumping like 5 stories into lava. We didn't win, but it was fun, just messing around. I mean, that fits for you. Yeah, I don't know how I came up with it, but I just came up with like this short gnome character named Smitty, and my story for him was like, yo, Smitty, he's from Jersey. He's like a locksmith, and he got Issachid, or whatever those kids are calling it. And that was it. And he just, when he got Issachid, he was like naked on the couch. So he's just walking around, and yeah. I don't come up with like OCs often, but for some reason something about Smitty just really resonated with me, you know. Come on, there's got to be another one over here somewhere. Mining point. I think I was in a relationship with Lae'zel. I feel like I can't remember if there was like there was like a bug, I think, early on with that game where her like relationship status leveled up quicker than it should have. So like once I finally got to a point where one character's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Yeah, sure, all right." wouldn't have been my first choice, but it's like, I mean, you know, if she's offering. I'm torn between Karlach and Shadowheart. I think both of them are really interesting characters. Lae'zel, she's all right. Come on, or Kalkamor. Stupid things. Can't mine here right now. 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 I just want to mine here. Right now. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Just want an ore. Just one. I'm not asking for much. Just one ore. No, that's not the button I wanted. Roll. Yeah, we'll just trance. Why not? Maybe that'll help. Maybe pop and trance will just give me some innate treasure hunter ability for this damn ore. Yeah, no, I'm not, you know, I'm not facing the right direction. It's not a full moon. Gosh, remember when that was a thing? That was my first interview with Naoki Yoshida. I had asked him about that in 14, because that was, you know, 1.0 was, you know, still a thing. And I was like, is this a thing? And he was basically like, you know, if the players believe it is, then sure. And I just remember Koji telling me, he's like, you will never get a straight answer on this. You know, it won't be until, you know, the next MMO, Final Fantasy 17 comes out, that we'll tell you about this. So there you go, confirmed. Or was it 16 or was it 17? I forget which one he mentioned. Obviously it's not. Don't take it seriously, but it was that was pretty funny. Yeah, that was my very first interview with pickaxe. And here we are again. I just want the stupid ore to drop. Okay. Right there. Beautiful. I was gonna say, I can't see any of the things here. Is it this way? Yeah. $2D top-down turn-based MMO. I mean, that could be interesting. I forget, there was like a turn-based MMO, I think, wasn't there? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I've played so many like weird and obscure MMOs over the years. There was one I always joke about. Square Enix actually published it. It was called Concerto Gate. And the gathering for that game was wild, because you would basically like go outside of town and there's just a bunch of trees. And then if you like gather from the trees, they would disappear for everyone. Like they were like shared mining points. So like if one guy went out and just like chopped down all the trees for gathering, like everybody else would have to wait for those trees to like regrow. I forget what kind of like window there was on that, but yeah, like that was just, man, what a wild concept. Good old Concerto Gate. There was also, what was that? Was it Fantasy Earth? I think was another one they were playing around with. That one had was Play Online based. Remember when Play Online had more than one game? What a wild world that was. Or worm. This biting point just gives me worms. Yeah, man, the history of Play Online, I find it so fascinating. There was actually a, gosh, when was this? It was months ago at some point, but I started up a new website called FFMMO Archive. I've just been like posting either stuff from like my own personal collection or like stuff that I've dug up over the years. And I was talking to the guy that heads up the 11 and 14 Reddits, and we stumbled across the original press release for Play Online, and it is wild. Like, just some of the stuff they talk about and like the promises of Play Online. And then there's like the old Play Online like promotional videos. It's just, there's like the girl getting text messages. It's like, let's meet up in the game. And the one dude logs in from like a cafe. It's just, oh my gosh. It's so I love those old videos. I wish there was a better quality of the North American one. The Japanese like promotional video was actually on the bonus disc for FF10. Yeah. Because if you still play the original FF10, there's a Play Online logo in the corner because they were gonna let you like connect to the internet and like look at guides and all that, but it never happened. But they kept the Play Online logo. But in Japan, 10 came with like a bonus CD, and on that is like this Japanese commercial. That basically has, you know, the promise of Play Online, basically. And the character in it, actually, there's, you know how like in Play Online Viewer, there's like wallpapers that you used to be able to download. In Japan, they actually had a few that had that character, Naomi. Like you could actually download backgrounds of the girl from that Play Online promotional video. Just absolutely wild. Just no more over here. Yeah, Play Online in Japan had so many more wallpapers. They had a few more games too that used Play Online. Dirge of Cerberus had online multiplayer through Play Online in Japan, which is wild to think about. So this will drop down here. That will go 30 seconds left. Man, do I even try for another mining point? I don't even know. Oh, we have one. This is gonna drop it, right? This will drop it. I will have 10 seconds to trade to the thing. That'd be so sad, but funny if I... No. Yeah, the FF9 guide that had all the Play Online keywords. I have that that guide. I didn't have at the time. Like I bought it like in the last handful of years. Yeah, I'm just like, dude, Play Online is just fascinating to me. Like you were gonna be able to read manga, like. Somebody made the site? That's cool as hell. I love that. That's great. I hadn't heard that. That's amazing. I love everything about that. The promise of Play Online is like remember when they introduced like Krista? Like, yeah, we have this new currency. It's called Krista, and you can buy like CDs and stuff with it and pay for your subs. I laughed so hard. It was like last month. So there's a Primals concert coming out in, oh, there's the door thing again. That's so, I've never seen that before, and today now I've seen it twice. Yeah, I use Krista too, but like when they first introduced it, like it was going to be like this big thing, right? And it never was. And then with this Primals concert that's coming up, they're like, we're gonna let NA and EU people enter the lottery. I'm like, that's really cool. And then if you like look at the fine print and stuff, they're like, and also you pay with Krista. And I'm like, oh, is it happening? Are we bringing Krista back? Like, you had to use Krista. Like, it's such a, like, okay. Out of nowhere. Oh gosh. I was like, maybe I want to skip this mining one again, but the next one is an escort. And I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of commitment. So let's just go for the ore again. Oh gosh. This game is like, we need to do stuff. Yeah, well, I hate all of these options. I guess we'll just go back to this one. It seems like the lesser of two evils. Yeah, their system for that stuff, they don't have one. It's non-existent. That's the problem. And it's been an issue for people for so long. It is very unfortunate. Really wish that they were better about operating globally. They struggle. Dun dun dun. Narima's like, you're back again? Did you not get the ore the last 2 times? And it's like, no, I didn't. Maybe you guys should get better pickaxes. Nope. Button. 14 PSN. Oh, the only two though. That's rough. I mean, I could be wrong too, but I know because like the Canadian dollar is still different from the US dollar. Is CAD usually more expensive than US though, or does the exchange rate even that part out? I genuinely don't know. I've never really looked at that. I've never like had to import stuff from Canada. All right, here we are again. Let's go north first this time. Or wait. Yeah. This way? This way. I like that there's no mining point right next to the guy. It's like you have to either go like 5 miles away or drop down the ledge. Nothing. 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 Pebble. Well, it's not nothing. Let's see. Oh, all right. Let's see. Canadian dollar is absolute trash. Oh, that's rough. That is through the wall. I do not want that one. Okay, mining point number 2. Give us some ore. Yeah, I'm live on the other platform that I can't mention because it's against the TOS for multi-streaming. I hope they fix that. Their multi-stream TOS guidelines are trash. But I figured I'd try something new. I switched up my layout a little bit too, kind of updated the scenes and all that stuff. It's like now I can, I'm like kind of testing it out today. So it's actually like, I don't even have my Stream Deck like buttons set up now for it, but like I can do this and it'll just animate and slide over. Oh, it killed the chat though. I'm gonna have to make a note of that. I'll have to put the chat on the other window. My chat for this scene is different than my chat from the other scenes, because for 11 I tried to like integrate it so that it looks like the 11 chat, but over here it's different, right? So this will scale too. Like, I don't know. Oh, I don't want to hit that button now, but this, oh no, I don't have a thing on that screen. Don't mind me. This one, yeah. Okay, so I have two different chats. I need to put that chat hiding in the background for that one or something to make that transfer over. Yeah, I was watching some videos about some stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go play with OBS and stuff, and then next thing I know, it's like 1 in the morning, and yeah, I use so many USB ports on this computer. It is disgusting because I have 2 Stream Decks, the mic, I've got a keyboard, mouse, I've got my Logitech G13, like the hand pad kind of controller. Actually, I have 2 keyboards. I have one that's a TKL, and then one that's a full-size keyboard for when I need it. But yeah, I just have so many USB. Oh, you got the Vivi book? Did they release that in English, right? I don't think that wasn't JP only, was it? I'm trying to think, there was a book I think I imported, and then they decided to release it in English. That might have been like the Namazu book? There was like a Namazu book that Oda wrote, like with his son or daughter or something. I think I have a couple like 14 like kanji notebooks or something too. Made like little like school workbooks or something. It's Japanese? Okay. And now that you've bought it in Japanese, now they'll have an English one, right? That's not bad. 15 bucks for an import? Not bad at all. Or? Nope. Oh, nice. Was the poster like a pre-order bonus or like a first edition kind of thing? They do that a lot in Japan. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm still waiting for my my Primals CD to show up. I didn't get it off of CD Japan quick enough, so they couldn't guarantee the cardboard sleeve bonus, so I bought it from Square, which means I'll probably be waiting another like month to get it. Oh, so it is coming. Okay, May? Damn. That's so far away. That's wild to me. Like, why does it take that long? Is CS3 doing it? Is that why it's taking so long? I need to get like a button. I need to get a soundboard. I did add some new channel point redeems here on the Twitch though. If people have channel points, there's like Leon quote, there's a defeat absolute virtue, which will fade the screen to black. And then there's a space ghost one. I put them pretty low. But I thought those would be fun. I've seen some other people do some similar ones, so I've took inspiration from them. Been playing a lot with OBS and stuff lately. All right, so there's nothing up here. Let's go south. Come on, ore. Think. Pebble is not ore. I want to just, can I polish up the pebble and be like, look what I found. It is for you. It is ore. Yeah. I mean, you know, even compounding that, like the whole reason that the Pandemonium Warden spawn is as close as it is to the zone line in Subterrane is because they planned that people would want to go back to town and switch jobs to come back to the fight. Like, that was part of the intent. It's absolutely crazy, like, what they thought about with some of those old jobs. Oh, yeah, you know, it's like 18 hours to fight it. Maybe like 10 if you're lucky. Like, my God. Just the thought that, like, that was what they knew. Like, that was the internal messaging. Yeah, maybe 10-hour fight if you're lucky. Like, jeez. Absolutely crazy. Could you imagine a developer saying that about something in a game today? There would be riots on the street. Come on, ore. Oh, God. Yeah. AV is just wild. And then there was like the one group that killed it with like, it was, what was it, like a Kraken Club Dark Knight, and they glitched it on a wall or something, so they like removed the wall. And then like years and years later, they're like, this is how you do it. And so they showed they recorded a video, and they're like zooming in on the chat log, and then the screen fades to black, and they killed it. That was like, see, you can do it. The fact that that was like even a video that had to get made is just insane. Okay, that's done. Let's see. It gets it. Oops. It's stuck there. Back over here. Oh, that is a dead end. Oh, that's a drop. Okay. So really what happened is I went the wrong way. Like an idiot. That's okay. I'm just gonna get intimately familiar with every pixel of this freaking zone. Mining point. Or... Nope. Holy shit. There it is. After 72 years. Hello, friend. Look what I found. Where's the... There it is. Cool. All right. You will not forget to trade the thing. there goes that damn chat thing again. Why does it keep doing that? It's very strange. I'll have to see what the deal is. Technically, we shouldn't be seeing as many messages as we are either, but that's all right. Cool. Easy. Yeah, it's like refreshing or something. Yeah. Not sure why it's doing it. It should... That stuff shouldn't be on it at all because of the way that various things are written for the other site that I'm not allowed to mention. God, I hope they fix their multi-stream guidelines. They are so dumb. So very, very dumb. Oh, you know, I bet I know what... Okay. I think I understand what happened with it. So you know what? I'm gonna make some notes. Because there's a couple things that have popped up here. This has been kind of like a test of my new layout. So, chat mode for XI screen, because that killed it. Going full screen cam. And then we need to do YouTube... I'm sorry, some kind of platform, maybe. I've never heard of it. That's there. And then I don't think it was showing on the other one, was it? Could you throw something in the chat for me so I can test it? That'd be super helpful. I don't think it was, because it's a different chat embed on this screen. That shows up, yeah. And then that, okay, yep. So that one's fine. Cool, thank you. Yeah, the multi-streaming stuff is so strange. Twitch in particular, it's like you can't mention any other platform because we want Twitch users to feel included in everything and not excluded. So foundationally already flawed, right? So if I have people in the Twitch chat, I have people in the YouTube chat right now, right, going back and forth. If I only have Twitch people on the screen and then I start talking to other mysterious people, they're gonna feel excluded. They're not gonna know what's going on. Like, it's so silly, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. We just kind of got to deal. And this is new for me too. Like, I've never done the multi-stream before, so I'll try it the next couple times I go live, and we'll just we'll see how it goes, and maybe that's how we'll do it. I don't know. Not that I stream a lot, but if I'm not doing the podcast now, that might be like where I get my itch. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, people have premium and they don't have ads over there. I know a lot of the times when I want to watch like a showcase or something, I always go over to other media viewing platform because the ads on Twitch suck. But like, that's how people make their money, and that people need to make money, and yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, technically we shouldn't be showing that, but I'm testing stuff and we'll fix it next time. And if they warn me with like the 3 people watching my stream, then okay, that's their right, I suppose. I don't expect them to. They did go after a bunch of people that had another site listed on their like profile and stuff though. I think that site, like Punch, it's called Punch. Yeah, it's weird the way that they've been handling that stuff, but it is what it is. All right, so now we got Escort Professor Chanwa. Yeah, whatever. All right. Let's see. All mobs are susceptible to light-based sleep. The assault had a different name once. There was a different professor. Weird. Okay, so all mobs will aggro that guy. I can heal him. This might be a pain in the ass. Well, we will try it and see what happens. Red and green sites. There you go. Christmas for multi-streaming. Yeah, every single time showcase, is there one on the other place? Yeah, hands down. You know, and part of that too for me, because I do watch a lot of this stuff like on my TV with like the TV apps. Twitch's TV app blows. Especially now that they're letting people do like the AV1 encodes. Their TV apps don't support that yet. So any streamer on Twitch that's streaming at like a 1440 on my TV app, their stream is like skipping every like 5-10 seconds. It's unwatchable. It's a bummer. Let's get a little bit of TP here so that I can heal your ass. Oh dear, there was no such branching of passages on the map I was given. Really? Because literally every instance of the Sanctum has branching paths, my dude. I don't know where you got your map from, but I would ask for a refund, I think. Oh. Oh. No. Oh, is he still going? He's still going. Okay, well. Did he aggro? He did aggro. Alright, I'll just smack it so he hits me instead. This might actually not be as... Oh, no, we're gonna have to double back. That's a dead end. Alright, I'll finish these guys off then. Gosh. The map the society sent me was barely fit for starting a fire. Damn. Shots fired. It's like, we wanna move? Gosh, that's a thing that we don't see a lot of in games anymore either, right? Is escort quests. Remember escort quests? Especially in in 11. Escort quests. Oh my gosh. What a game type. Good old escort quests. Yeah. There was one I had to do for the other zone where it was like it was escorting a prisoner. So he would like run away from me like every chance he got, and he would run like all the way back to the beginning of the area. And it was such a pain. Feel free to do anything, sir. My God, now he's going back again. Okay. Gosh. I don't miss these. Do not miss the escort quests. Please turn here. Thank you. Like, if we go all the way back, I'm like, that's a bit much. No. Oh, we're going this way. Okay. Wherever you want to go. I will follow you. We were already here. We were already here. At least we're going this way instead. Oh, I got cloth off the ghost. Fancy. Alright. Clavart. Clavart Beach, I know. Where are we on? I'm a Google. No, let me search this name. The name seems, was there a Gorget? There was a Gorget. Was that the yeah. This is the freaking guy. The freaking Chinos Gorget, accuracy +2, Wyvern HP +50. This is the guy. In summoner garb. I think that's summoner gear, right? That robe. Gosh. Remember when we had to defend the outpost? Gosh, what was that like? Was it called like Eco Warrior? Was that what Eco Warrior was? I remember there was like something in early zones that I was like, I don't know what this is. I did it like once. There's like so much little content. Like the conquest system though, like is really cool. I wish more games had stuff like that. Like the idea of like a group effort kind of thing. The weekly quest was Eco Warrior. Okay. Yeah, I might have done the outpost one. Does anyone happen to know the way from here? I like that the text is based on the assumption that you're doing this with a group. That's kind of funny. Is he asking me if I go a certain way? Will he follow me? It's this way. It's this way, buddy. He's gonna go the other way, isn't he? Right? I want to go north. Buddy. I guess not. Oh, all right. Well. Magic damage kills. That's okay. I don't need those. Maybe we shouldn't have taken a left back at the... Literally, my guy. No, that was the only way we could have turned. No, 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 no. We want to go this way. My dude. Sir. Gorget man. No. Oh, my God. No, is this... Can I, like... Is there a thing where, like, I can wave at him? Is that a thing? Oh my God, now we're going like all the way back. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any way to interact. There was one I had to do where I had to like escort automatons, and those I had to like emote at and stuff, and that was kind of a pain, but this one, no, he's just, I'm going this way with my bad map. Come on. Don't you be hitting my boy. Leave him alone. Okay. And I paralyzed. Wow. Great. So we want to go, we need to go back up north. Garrison, that's the one. Yeah, I remember Garrison a little bit. Yeah. Going all the way back here. There's nothing here for you. Yeah, I think I did Garrison a little bit. Makes me wish that 14 still had stuff like Hamlet defense battles and stuff. Oh, hey! Is he mining for orichalcum ore? We will be here all day. Oh, he found it. First try. Great. Look at you. Look at you go. Oh. All right. I ate that. Okay, cool. I love that he just straight up like, warp scroll, I'm out. It's cold here. Bye. I'm sure that's exactly what he sounds like. Oh, I got my thing. Bye. Gosh. Oh, I can move faster. What am I doing? Okay, don't forget to trade the thing. Beautiful. Whoop. No. You gotta get something from the chest. I'm sure it'll be garbage and I'll toss it right away anyway, but... It's also funny that the, when you trade these, the way that you track them is they just, they put a little like asterisk instead of the dash. Like that's how you know which ones you've done. Such an archaic system. I love it. They couldn't just like track this into memory somewhere. They're like, no. We're gonna give you items. You have to trade the items. And if you somehow lose those items, well, we guess you're screwed. Let's take a little break from assaults. Let's go get these appraised. Hey, the door didn't goof that time. Nice. Appraisal guy is over, I think, that way. Oh, multi-box. You see 4 or 5 people in a row, and they're all like the same character, or all in the same gear. It's probably only actually one person. God, I love this music. This is like top 5, 11 tracks for me. I don't know what the other 4 are. One of them is probably like Ragnarok. All right, now we gotta trade. Archer's ring. Oh boy. Okay. Dude, I would love this track in 14. I don't know where they'd put it, because at this point, I don't think it's going to be raid relevant. Unfortunately. I wish it was. So what did we archer ring? Yeah, so garbage. We got a bolt quiver and a storm mantle. Whoa, 75 plus HP in assault? Damn, that's crazy. Remember when stuff like that was like good? It's crazy. Alright, bolt quiver, we don't need that. Where's that ring? Let me look this up. It's probably not worth anything. No way! Really? Okay. It doesn't sell a lot, but this sucker is going for 500k. So we'll put that up. Wild. I'm glad I looked. I almost just NPC'd it. Not a lot of sales on it, though. But you know what? For 500k, we can try relisting that a few times. Oh, none of that sold. Yeah, let's see. Last sale. Yeah. Well, we shall see. You don't know if you don't try, right? Let's see. Oh, I should poke an island sanctuary while I'm thinking about it. I needed to pick up, what was it called? It's like some kind of hummus from the auction house. I want acidic hummus. Others miss too. Ooh. How low can we go? Low bid. Hey, we got it for the low bid. All right. I think there's a thing over here. Oh, there goes the chat. Oh my goodness. Travel to. Let's go. Bastock. Warthog. I should check to see if I got books I can buy too. I probably don't. I think I only have, I think, like one more rank up for some of this stuff. I know, right? This Rin person, just damn. It's so weird that it's doing that. It will be fixed. Do you have literature for me? No. Okay. That's fine. I'll go do this real quick. Been slowly working on doing some monster rearing. There's some cool things you can get from some of these. There's one that gives you like a movement speed bonus. There's some that will do like a capacity point bonus. Oh, damn, really? I get cheap viewers? Damn. That sounds wonderful. I would love cheap viewers. I'm kidding. I don't want cheap viewers. I want only the best viewers. Goodbye. I always love those, like, cheap viewers or, like, the best viewers. It's like, I already have the best viewers. That's so rude. My goodness. Okay, so wait, let me check this guy first, because I already gave him one of these and it didn't, like, take. So let's... he should be at, yeah. But, I don't know if he needs to be too, whatever. We'll try it. Acidic. It's probably closer down here, because I think it's a pop item. Acidic hummus. Not worthless. Okay. Shudders violently. Damn. Hold on, if I do that, let's see. Let's actually go and check. Yeah, this is right. This has been kind of learning. So this is basically Island Sanctuary for 11. And so you can raise these animals and they'll give you what they call cheer effects. So once you raise them to a certain point, you can get the cheer from this adorable baby keycurn. Cheer. I can show you. Let's see. So like right now, if I got the cheer for this Mandragora I'm raising, it would give me 2 fight and increase my trust auto regen by 2, which is okay. Like there's some crazy stuff. The one I want to try and get, there's one that does like capacity points plus 7%, movement speed bonus plus 2%, alter ego, auto regen, and refresh plus whatever. There's some really cool stuff in here, but alter ego double attack, man. Yeah, I could raise just like a whole ass dragon if I wanted to. I gotta kind of go up the ladder for that though. Okay, but you were fine. So I think we're at, this guy's a poke. But he reacted to that one that I gave him. So maybe tomorrow he'll be evolved. Some of these you can evolve depending on like what you feed him. So how do I have grass for you to eat? I don't. Will you eat these? You will not. Okay, we'll have to buy grass. Let's check these other things though. So like there's a thing that just washes up on your beach once a day. Sometimes it's just potions. I've gotten like Sky God pop items from that. I've gotten mannequin pieces from that. Sometimes they run campaigns where it drops like 2 things. All right. I want to. A lot of this is just like doing the harvesting of points and then just like selling crap. Rusty bucket. Remember when people would just decorate their houses with nothing but rusty buckets? I love that like was a actual thing. Like, no, you got to do it because it gives you the bonk enhancements or whatever. Here's my house. It's just buckets. Buckets as far as the eye can see. I don't need these potions. I will never use these potions. We'll just sell them. Yeah, pretty much. It is. You actually get things to take out of here besides glamour and cheese. I still die a little bit inside when I think about the cheese thing with Island Sanctuary and 14. Good job, you finished it. Here's some freaking cheese. There are a couple of like glam bits that you get. Actually, do I have it tied to one of these? I thought had a glam on it. Maybe not. Let's see, it would be probably in here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, but it's my style is locked. Never mind. But yeah, there's like, I think there's a hoe you can get, and you can get like overalls as you like progress and rank up stuff in here. So it's a little more bare bones with rewards, but the cheer effects from Monster Rearing are really cool. It just gives you bonuses to stuff. The amount of like bonuses that you can get for like your capacity points is actually ridiculous. So they have now, instead of just like XP and merit points, they have a thing called job points that you earn for your specific jobs, where you just, it's like more merit points kind of. And then as you hit certain thresholds of like points spent, you unlock like even more bonuses. And so like if you do like the big NMs from like Seekers of Adeline, like if you do a Knockwall or like a Wild's Keeper Reeve, that'll give you like plus whatever percentage total to your capacity points that you earn. So like you can get, from doing all the Adeline stuff, you end up getting like was it like a 36% bonus to CP or something? Like, it's stupid. It's so stupid. And then you get capacity point bonuses as you spend more capacity points too. Like, they get ridiculous. How far do they go? Like plus 33%, but you also do need 2,100 of them to master your job. So anytime you see people walking around with 3 stars above their name, that means they've mastered their job. This is like another grind tier of stuff. Let's see, let's pull the fish up. Yeah. Mine this. You get mining, you get harvesting, you get like the pond, the ocean nets. Just lets you gather stuff. And then the more you do it, it'll like rank these up and they can drop more and yada yada yada. Yeah, grind's an 11? What? What a world. The humor in some of this, like late 11, or maybe, I don't know what Voracious Resurgence like tone is there, but I know like with some of the Adeline stuff, the tone in some of the writing is wild. Like these animals that I'm raising, I can only hold so many. So like if I want to get rid of them, it's like, okay, well, we can either send it back to where it came from, or we can just kill it. And it's like, wow. Okay, it's a little extreme. I don't know that we need to go that far. Oh yeah, the moat carp. Yep, yeah. I was never big into fishing. I mean, not really with any of the games. Like, I dabbled slightly, but my God, I have 18 pebbles. Those aren't ores. I'm gonna assume that's not worth much, but let me double check, because the last time I thought that, the Archer's Ring was worth 500k. MOBA. No, it's worth nothing. Get rid of it. Okay. If we go over here, these we can fertilize with. There goes the thing again. Gosh. Yeah, and each of these like points too, you can basically like fertilize with stuff too to get more out of them, which is kind of neat. But I think all my stuff right now is rank 6. They go up to 7. I think to do that, there's like quests within this area too that you do, like where you need to acquire certain items from gathering and all that. Yeah, I think it's one of those things they keep dancing around it. And, you know, Yoshino's like, well, it's hard because of the 2 systems. And it's like, you literally had a combined sub, like, before. Like, it has been done. I don't know what the issue is. They just don't want to. No. Inventory fill. Yeah, I would love for them to do a combined sub. The problem, though, if the problem, right? Giant air quotes. Depending on how they do that, because I'm a legacy player for 14. I don't know if you've heard of us. We're legacies. If they do like a combined sub, do they do one with legacy pricing, or do they just make one thing and it doesn't matter? I don't know. Was that? No. Hermes. Was that how you got the Hermes? That's right. It was the crafting gloves. That was if you bought, was it 13? I think it's just base 13. You got a code for like crafting gloves or something. And then there's those Hermes shoes, I think, are like one of the only items in 14 that have like a special stat on them. There's probably like in the code, like all these items have this like special slot for like special effect, and it's like used by like 1 or 2 items in the entire game. Yeah, well, and you know, now though you have jog, so after you sprint you jog now, so that kind of negates that, right? It also makes the movement speed thing from like aiming classes a little less needed, unfortunately. They need to rework some of that stuff, I think. Let's plant some herb seeds. Yeah, I'm still not like, I never got them, so I'm glad that they came back, but they should have named them differently, like on the onset. Like it was after that they started doing that, and that just, yeah, that sucks, man. Like I'm still bothered that like they thought that was just fine to do. Yeah, pelotons with like trusts is like the best use case, I feel like, these days. Okay, so we did that. I think we're good here. Let's trade in all my crystals. We just have a Moogle that just stores crystals. Cool. We go back. All right, let's see. So next up for assault, we just got to kill a bunch of rabbits. Easy enough. This one's 2. Oh yeah, I guess that would work there too. It was so weird when they introduced whatever the hell it's called to Scholar, and like, well, like, make aiming classes thing like work in battle. Like, why is it just Scholar that has like this one weird little thing? I'll be very curious to see what these magical 8.0 job changes are gonna be for 14. The fact that like before 7.0 was even out, she was like, look forward to 8.0. It's like, you cannot reasonably say that, my guy. If you don't like the jobs now, it's fine. Just wait 2 to 2.5 years and they'll get better. Okay. I love my machinist. I'll play my machinist. I don't care. I'm not doing the stuff that, like, the numbers matter for anyway. So, but, like, that, yeah, that sucks. That's in the position. Like, Pictomancer, right, is another great example. Where they're like, oh, yeah, shoot, it's OP. Like, we'll bring everything else up to match it. Which contrasts so weirdly with you know, I for a time I was playing a lot of Destiny 2, and someone's like, hey, this gun is OP, like, you should bring up the other guns, and they're like, why would we do that? It's much easier to like adjust the one thing than everything else. And so Square goes the opposite route, right, and is like, we're gonna work on adjusting everything else instead of the one thing. But then they waited like, was it 7.2 when we finally got that big Pictomancer adjustment, and then like one of the abilities was like a DPS loss. So it's like they took so long to do anything with it, and then like one of its things is like literally useless. It's like, guys, like, what are you doing over there? Yeah. I just, I don't know, man. Like, I get it, right? And I keep telling this to myself too. Like, game design is hard. But like, there's some stuff that I feel like I'm surprised they don't have a better handle on certain things this long in. Yeah. If I got my all my wishes for 14, we would have horizontal progression, and like a support class would be added, and they'd shift a few jobs over to support class. It won't happen. But that's what I would like to see. Is that it's not gonna be strong enough. A little wimpy AoE. Yeah. It's just, you know, and it's so wild too. I mean, you look at a game like WoW, and I dabbled with like a trial once for like a few days in WoW. Oh, they've been having problem with too many skills since like Stormblood. One of the things that made me laugh, the media tour for Stormblood that we went to, they were like, hey, we know that, like, you know, button bloat is becoming an issue, so like we're gonna rework things and remove some things here and there and whatever. And then like the next slide is like, and also we're adding duty actions into the game. I'm like, you guys, like, that's so like not helping the issue you just... So, like, not only are there too many buttons, you're getting rid of some stuff, and then also, like, you're adding in more buttons into another thing that are actually part of, like, this different UI bit. Like, gosh. All right. Let me try. Why am I walking? Did I hit a button? What did I do? Or the one of my other favorite media tour moments was Shadowbringers, where they're basically like, yeah, we're taking utility away from Bard and Machinist, and we're just gonna put it all on Dancer because that's the new class. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, come on. Oh man. Choices were made along the way. Oh, you know what? These I would be able to see if there were any. No. Okay. Gotta kill all the rabbits. At least this is a fairly... oh, no, that... Shoot. Alright. Let me bring up the map. Alright, well, we'll go... north, I guess, and then we'll have to come back down. I didn't realize I, like, started in the middle of the map. Or maybe I didn't. Whatever. Where are all these rabbits? Well, they're not down here. Let's put on my Peloton here. Yeah, I don't think there's nothing. They must all be the other way. Hopefully I didn't goof this too bad. They're not like eating all the other lettuce or something. That would be bad. I mean, if he's not exhausted already, then I don't think he's more machine than man. If he's been holding out this long with other projects and stuff, I think he's probably fine. What I wouldn't be opposed to the idea of somebody else coming in and being like director for 14 and he's producer. Like I have been open to that idea for a while. But who knows? It could be a thing too where, that's just been his role with 14 and he, 14 is his baby and he doesn't want to give it up. And who knows? I think the PR of somebody else getting director role would be really, really bad looking from the outside. I think you'd have a lot of people that are like, oh, like he can't do the job. Like that's bad. But then I think you'd have some people that, have been looking at how things have been and been like, this is actually a really great change and I'm excited for the future. Like, it's one of those things where it's like the optics on it to people that aren't in the know would be bad, but the optics for people that know what's going on would be great. So I would be surprised if they ever did that. What if Tanaka came back? Holy shit. Boy, I don't know what he's doing. He was like Not counseling. There's a word where like people ask you for advice or something. You're like, I can't think of the damn word. But he was helping that out with I think, was that Gung Ho was the company? I think that was the company that did like the remasters for like Grandia and stuff. He was doing some kind of stuff with them, I think. Trade the paper. Nailed it. And we got a box. Excellent. Dude, I would love to be excited about the game. That's why I stopped being on the podcast. Like, I can't not call out all the crap I'm seeing, and it's driving me nuts. It's just putting me in this negative state, and it's like, all right, after a while it wears on me, it wears on listeners, and it's just like, if people are, like, there are people that are having fun with the game. Like, I'm so happy for them. I'm even a little jealous, but that's not me right now. And I, and it's, I'm in a point, I'm in a spot too where like I look at things through a different lens than everybody else too, right? It's not just that I play the game, but I play the game, I cover the game, I talk about the game, I wrote a podcast about the game, I work for a site that covers the game. There's a lot there. So yeah, the Savage, the hardcore people are just, whoo, buddy. Like, I thought I was bad, and then I see some of the other stuff, and it's just like, wow, maybe I'm not as bad as I thought. Okay, so we did that. What is next? Counting sheep. I have to buy sheep? What? What is this? The goal is to free as many of the sheep trapped below the ice walls as possible. There are 4 Keycurn NPCs at the entrance. The Mine Baron will give you a pickaxe. You may trade your mining results back to him for currency. Oh, this sounds needlessly complicated. Realistic. I appreciate that. There's definitely a vibe out there. Not that I'm trying to like victimize myself, right? But there's been a few times where like I'll speak up and I'll say something, and for the most part, like sometimes it's opinionated, but sometimes it's just like observable fact. This is what everybody can see. And they're like, oh, well, maybe you should go play another game. Maybe blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I get like attacked. It almost feels like sometimes, because there are a lot of people out there that are very like, I don't know if toxic positivity is the right phrase, but there's like a lot of people that are like, Yoshida is God, 14 is the best game ever, and if you don't agree, you are like the devil. Like, there's some like crazy people out there. And so I'm just like, I'm done dealing with those people. Yeah. Well, and part of that too, like there's some people that just never played 11, right? So they don't understand. But like everybody that I've talked to, like I still talk to everybody that I used to podcast 11 with, and we'll be like, hey, check out this picture of, I guess, Quiffum. And they're like, what is that? That's not Quiff. Like, what? And even the community, there's people in the community still that are like, is that Quiffum? Is that Fei Yin? Like, it's not immediately recognizable. And if you're doing a thing in a game where it's like, this is like a nostalgic nod to this other game, if people are looking at this and they're like, I don't know what that is, you have failed. You have not done a good job. But whatever. Like it's gonna happen at this rate. Like, and I know. Five-fingered Shadow Lord, Shadow Lord's armor, the look of Surmet, the choice to do like character dress up as armor instead of giving us armor that we actually earned in the game. That one hurts. Like, I was like, dude, like if we could get like Homam gear, like that'd be so freaking cool. I would love Homam gear in 14 and like redo my Dragoon look from 11. Like, that'd be badass. I'd love that. But now that we've seen what the second tier reward is like NPC dress up, so then the third is probably also going to be NPC dress up. It's small. Yeah, it's just yeah, it's rough. And then they're like, here's Sandoria, and I'm like, okay, well that alienates 2/3 of the people you're targeting for nostalgia. Where's Bastok? Where's Windhurst? Like, I guess they could still do it in the third tier, but then that seems odd. And at this point, like, I think if they really want to service people, like they're gonna do Tav for 3, right? Promafia will be the boss. They'll do Tav. But who knows? I'm from Bastok, so like, you know. And that's the thing. Everybody's got a different starting city, so it's gonna hit and resonate with people differently, right? Same thing with like the rewards. Like, I've got a friend that played 11 and does Dancer in 14, and they're like, Dancer AF from 11, hell yeah! But then I'm also over here like, I'm a male dancer from AF, and I understand that this is technically Liliset's armor, but also it's female dancer AF, and I am a guy who also male main dancer in 11. Could I get that version of it? And it's like, well, damn. Yeah, also, that's the order of the raids, right, is so messed up, because it's like the first one we did Archangels and then Shadow Lord, and now we're doing like probably Omega and Ultima before Kamlanat, and before all those we do Kirin, but Kirin is in a burning circle. Like, yeah, man, that's one of my favorite memories of 11 is going into the BCNMs and fighting Kirin with 2 giant stone arms. I loved that fight. That doesn't exist in 11. Yeah, that's probably it. Or maybe swap Elder and Arsh and Kamlanat, maybe. But it's like, and even then, like, okay, so we have Delkfoots, but we fought Elder Narsh in Sky. We fought Kirin in Sky. Ultima and Omega, that's COP. That's in the wrong order. But you also have to remind yourself, too, that, like, because of the way that this story works, it can still be canon. All of this stuff happening in the raid can be canon to Vana'diel. But it's basically, like, versions of Vana'diel that failed. It's like if you think about like Loki or like Deadpool and Wolverine, the Void, that's basically like what the raid takes place in. It's all these like failed, dumped pieces of things. So they can get away with taking liberties on things like how Surmet looks, or like that Sandoria looks like it's the Magic Kingdom now. And it's like, it's still canon, but it was from like a failed version of Vana'diel. Yeah, I would love a set of Homam. Like, it's actually, one of these is, where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, like, ignore the head, but like, this is what I want. This is what I want in 14. We have the body already, but like, give me the Homam stuff, man. Like, come on. We don't even really have like this kind of like shorts type stuff in 14. So the story is basically like in 14, there's this guy that we thought died, but really he just found some kind of dimensional warp portal thing, and he's using Electrope to like manifest data in the Walk of Echoes. So the Walk of Echoes is basically like the void from like the MCU, where it's just like stuff that like didn't work out goes to. Because Vana'diel itself essentially has its own reflections. Like when we go to the past in Wings of the Goddess in 11, that's just another version of Vana'diel. When we go to Abyssia, that's just another version of Vana'diel. And so the one that like everybody plays in, like the main initial starting like game of 11, that Vana'diel is the only one that hasn't succumbed to darkness. And so you have all these other offshoots where stuff is it can still exist, but like it's not as good, it's not doing as hot, right? And so the idea is that basically in the 14 raid is that we're just going through like the not gonna sugarcoat it, but like you're basically going through like the garbage dumpster of Vana'diel variations, and it's like, all right, well, here's like a Shadow Lord with the wrong armor, and that he's not like part of our like true Vana'diel, right? He was part of a Vana'diel, but like that Vana'diel like succumbed to darkness or whatever. How much of that is then potentially twisted by the character that's helping to shape those with the Electrope, we don't know. But it's a story that's done in a way to where it can still be canonical to both games. Like all this stuff can happen in, you know, other versions of Vana'diel inside the Walk of Echoes, and it can still, through various channels, connect to our Vana'diel, our, you know, Vana'diel 884, right? Because that's the year that it is technically in game. Don't look at ignore the time on the clock in game. But like when this game starts, it's Crystal Era 884. So yeah, and that reflection Kieran wasn't in Sky. He was just in a BCNM and he summoned up the other gods. Yeah, sure. It's rough when you're trying to like target I mean, and that's the other thing too. Like you have to make a raid that's accessible to everybody. Like it needs to give 11 players something, but it also needs to be understandable for people that didn't play 11. It rides the fence. Because like I know what a BCNM is, I know what Kieran is, but like he shouldn't be there. So and it's weird too, because you know, when they introduced this, I was like, this feels like it was made for me. And I know they're not going to make everybody happy with what they do, right? Because there's a lot of facets to it. There's things that people want to see that they, you know, they can't include everything. But I was hoping that maybe I would be one of the people that did enjoy it, and it hasn't panned out that way, and that sucks. Oh my god. Well, yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. But you could also go in and with the understanding that maybe that Kieran fight isn't tied to that version of Sky. Right? So it's just every time we teleport or zone, that's not necessarily the same garbage heap Vana'diel. Those could be different ones. Yeah, it's I would love to see if they like mapped this out anywhere. To be like, okay, so here's 884, here's Walk of Echoes, here's whatever they called the I think it was like World of Strife or something for Wings of the Goddess, I forget. But like there's all these different ones that we get into from 11, and then it's like, okay, well then which ones are we touching on in 14? So it'd be interesting if one of those ones we're in from 14 actually popped into one of the 11 ones, but other than like maybe going into like the actual Walk of Echoes zone, I don't think they'll do that. So okay, let's see, time is at 5 o'clock. Yeah, I've been going for a little bit. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. We did get in Was it like 3? 4. We got in 4 assaults for Sanctum. That was good. We got to test out the new thing, so that's nice, and it seems to be working with just a couple of minor hiccups that I will adjust. Don't know if I'll be live again this week. Maybe Saturday, question mark. I will be live again Tuesday for the patch, though, for 14. So I'll be doing MSQ and the 11 raid on Tuesday. So thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Appreciate it. And I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your night. We'll see you later.